All right, Coach, obviously a tough one today. Just kind of your opening thoughts on how everything went here on this Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not the results that we're looking for. Need to get our kids in a better position to be prepared. That's on me so that they can start fast. Obviously we didn't do enough as a staff, myself first and foremost, to where they're gonna get out to a 17-0 start against a good football team on the road. That's an uphill climb that we have to do a better job, putting ourselves in a position to be successful by the way that we prepare our kids so that we can be successful and start fast. I thought the kids responded in various spots so that we could continue to have a fight and have a chance at the end. We know each and every single one of these weeks is going to be a 4-quarter fight. And unfortunately, they made a few more plays at the end of that thing than we did. And, that's something we got to learn from. We got to grow from. We got to get better. We got another opportunity here coming up. So we got to respond properly so we continue to grow, get better from these lessons so we can find a way to win a game on the road.
Well, let's turn it over to some questions. I see Alan's joined us. Alan, do you have any questions here for Coach?
Yeah, Coach, you kicked the field goal to get within 3. Just talk about that last drive, what they were able to do to, keep the ball away from you guys.
They did a good job finding space and getting enough yards to get past the first down markers where we got to do a good job reading our keys, to get the ball down so we can get off the field.
They commit those 2 penalties. You have a 1st and 20. They run that quarterback draw. Talk about that play. It looked like a bunch of you guys had a chance to get him down. Just he was able to kind of get away from some people there.
Yeah, we knew going into it, obviously dynamic runner is something we put a point of emphasis on. And unfortunately, when you're playing really good players, you contain them for a whole chunk of the game, but you got to play each play for what it is and what you did in the past. Quite frankly, it doesn't matter. You got to do a great job winning that one rep for 4 to 6 seconds. You got to get off and you got to win that one play. And unfortunately, in that critical moment, we did not. So when you got them backed up 1st and 20, quarterback gets out for a 27-yard run for a first down. Again, the scales kind of tip. So we got to be more focused. We got to have great intensity. We got to find a way to use great technique to get off blocks and make a play and to get that ball to the ground.
We're just surprised a little bit they threw the ball there at the end to kind of clinch it.
45-yard field goal attempt into the wind. He did a great job using, a misdirection play. It's a aggressive call. I know Coach Martin is a aggressive play caller. He called it to win it. It's a good job by him and his kids executing and making the play. We got to be better as a staff, make sure our kids are in a better position to be successful there.
Everybody looks at the end, but obviously you guys got off to a really rough start. Some things that kind of haunted you last week came back. Just kind of talk about that. Obviously, you were able to get through that and still make a heck of a ball game out of it. But looking back, did that start really kind of put you in a hole you couldn't really get out of?
Yeah, we can't start that way. Got to do a better job, myself and the staff, preparing our kids so we don't put ourselves into a 17-0 hole to start. It doesn't matter as you fight and claw when you're playing good teams in this league. If you put yourself in a 17-0 hole, it's going to be very hard to overcome.
Just talk about the rushing battle. I know last year it was a similar matchup with, the best teams in the league rushing offense, defense, and you guys were able to really do a lot of things this year. They were able to limit you a lot more. Talk about what they were able to do this year.
Yeah, they did a really good job equating numbers in the box and getting an extra hat into the box. And I thought our kids battled and fought hard. We got some tough runs and tough yards when we needed it. It was a game where we knew that we were going to have to throw it, and again, we got to be more consistent playing pitch and catch so we can get teams into a too high structure and they can't challenge us in that way.
Last one, another week where you have 200-yard receivers. Devontae in particular had another huge game. Just talk about those guys and Devontae in particular, what he just continues to get better and better.
Like you said, they continue to get better and better. Those kids work really, really hard. All the individual stats are great, but it's a team sport and the team came up short. We got to find a way to come back and get better as a team. And again, put our blinders on regardless of any individual accolades that are going on. That's all well and good for the individual, but this is the greatest team game that there is. And we as a staff have to do a great job preparing our team so we can be in a position to start fast and win these hard-fought 4-quarter battles.
Alan, any other questions there for Coach?
Good for now. Thank you.
Let's turn it over to Jake Panson from Kent Wired. Jacob, any questions here for Coach tonight?
Yeah, just kind of talk about Schlee's toughness. You see him lower body injuries, still putting up over 300 yards of passing. Just talk about what that type of leader that he is and type of player that he is to be able to play through that and still put up those numbers.
Again, he's a resilient kid that embodies our core beliefs as a team. One of those being toughness, that no matter what he's going through, he's going to go harder, longer than anyone else, and that's what we want to exude as a program. That's what we want to exude as a team. And so he's real world reps of that today. Snap after snap after snap, doing his piece, doing his part to carry his water, so they can give us the best chance to win and be successful as a team.
Talking about your secondary's performance today. I mean, obviously besides that 70-yard pass, very dominant on the passing game, limiting him to passing yards. Talk about what you were seeing out there.
Yeah, I mean, they did a good job for the majority, but unfortunately that 70-yard play counts. There's another 49-yard play that counts, that sets them up for the low red zone, and then the 4th and 6 at the end of the game, that counts. So we got to do a great job as a staff, making sure again that the intensity and the focus throughout play after play after play is there, because we don't get to do this selective math. Each play counts. And that's the beauty of this game, this team sport, that everything that you do, it counts. And we got to do a great job being focused and being present moment to moment to moment. And regardless of what happened in the past, it's in the past. And we got to be present in the moment. We got to win that rep and do a great job against the man across from us so we can have consistent success play after play after play.
And then one last question. You guys continue this back-to-back games, putting up scoring numbers in the fourth quarter. Is this something you guys have been working on in practice, these tough game time moments, or is this just something your team has, that clutch factor in them?
I don't know what a clutch factor is, but we pride ourselves on finishing strong and starting fast. And there's lots of areas where we need to improve in both as we continue to go forward.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, guys, last call for questions here. Okay, Coach, we'll see you Monday afternoon.
Thanks, guys. Go Flashes.